Lord Vishnu's sixth avatar holds a shocking truth about Dharma. Friends, today we talk about Parashuram, one of Lord Vishnu's 10 main avatars. You might have seen pictures of him with an axe in his hand and fire in his eyes. He looks like a warrior, but he was born in a Brahmin family. This already tells us something important. Sometimes, our true calling is different from what we are born into. They had become very proud and cruel because of their power. They forgot their duty to protect people and started hurting them instead. So Lord Vishnu came as Parashuram to restore balance. He ended the rule of these cruel kings and brought peace back to the world. But there is one story about Parashuram that shocks everyone. The story of how he killed his own mother. This seems impossible to understand. How could someone who is an avatar of God do such a thing? Let's look deeper. Parashuram was born to sage Jamadagni and his wife Renuka. Renuka was a Kshatriya princess who married a Brahmin sage. She was known as a perfect wife and mother, deeply devoted to her husband. She had special spiritual powers because of her pure life. Every day she would go to the river to fetch water. Because of her purity, she could carry water in unbaked clay pots, pots that were not hardened by fire. The water would stay in them through her spiritual power alone. One day something happened that changed everything. Renuka went to the river as usual. The day was beautiful, cool breeze, sweet-smelling flowers, everything peaceful. She felt happy and free. Then she saw something that stirred her heart. She saw a Gandharva king named Chitraratha bathing in the river with women. Gandharvas are celestial beings known for their beauty and charm. In that moment, Renuka felt desire. She felt attracted to this beautiful being. Now, this might seem like a small thing, just a passing feeling, but in those times, for someone with her level of spiritual power, this was a big fall. Her purity was not just about actions, but about thoughts too. Because of this desire, her spiritual power left her. The unbaked clay pot she was carrying broke. The water spilled. She lost her special abilities. She fainted by the river. When she woke up, she realized what had happened. She felt ashamed and worried. She went back to her husband's ashram now. Her husband Jamadagni was a great sage with yogic powers. He had seen everything that happened through his inner vision. When Renuka returned, he was very angry. In those times, a wife's complete devotion to her husband was considered her highest duty. Renuka had failed in this duty, not in action, but in her thoughts. She fell at his feet, begging for forgiveness. But Jamadagni was too angry. He called their 5 sons. He told them what had happened. Then he gave a shocking order. He told his sons to behead their mother for her disloyalty. Think about this terrible choice. The 4 older sons were confused. How could they kill their own mother? That would be a great sin. But how could they disobey their father? That would also be a sin. They refused one by one. Then came the turn of the youngest son, Parashuram. He was different from his brothers. He had the qualities of both a Brahmin and a Kshatriya. He was wise like a sage, but brave like a warrior. He understood something his brothers did not. Parashuram knew that his father's anger came from a place of deep hurt. He also knew that in the cosmic order, sometimes hard choices must be made. Most importantly, he trusted in divine justice. He picked up his axe. He beheaded his mother. Then something amazing happened. Jamadagni, seeing his son's obedience and courage, was pleased. He said, "Ask for any boon." Parashuram said, "Bring my mother back to life and make her forget what happened." Jamadagni granted this wish. Renuka came back to life, pure and happy again, with no memory of the event. Then Parashuram asked for another boon, that his brothers who had disobeyed their father should also be forgiven and brought back to life. This too was granted now. What does this story teach us? First, it shows that obedience to divine order is more important than our personal feelings. Parashuram trusted that his father's command, though harsh, came from a place of understanding cosmic law. Second, it shows that true devotion means being willing to do what is right, even when it seems wrong. Parashuram knew that by obeying, he could actually save his mother, not destroy her. Third, it teaches us about the power of selfless action. Parashuram did not kill his mother out of anger or hate. He did it out of duty, knowing that divine grace would restore everything. Fourth, It reminds us that in Sanatan Dharma, the cosmic law always works toward balance and restoration. Even what seems like destruction can lead to renewal. Finally, this story tells us something about our own lives. Sometimes we face impossible choices. Sometimes we must do things that hurt in the short term but heal in the long term. Sometimes we must trust a higher wisdom when our own understanding fails. Parashuram's story is not about violence. It is about sacrifice. It is about trusting divine order even when we cannot see the whole picture. It is about doing our duty with pure heart, knowing that God's plan is always for ultimate good. Remember this when you face hard choices in your own life, when you must choose between what feels right and what is right according to Dharma, when you must act with courage even when others do not understand. Trust that if your heart is pure and your intention is service, the universe will make everything right in the end. If you are facing a choice that tears your heart, know this: sometimes the hardest path is the one that leads to healing. Follow Dharma, trust God's plan, and know that what seems like an end is often a new beginning in disguise. If your soul needed to hear this today, save this wisdom. Share it with someone who is facing impossible choices. Remember, in the cosmic dance, every step has purpose. Every sacrifice brings renewal. You are part of this divine plan. Follow for more Vedic wisdom that speaks to your heart.